So in this short video, we're going to learn how to move the car off and stop the car. If you're having driving lessons with a driving instructor, this will probably be your second lesson. Your instructor should explain this in full detail before you attempt this. It should be usually practiced on a road which is long, straight, wide and very empty. You don't want to be in a busy place when practicing this. You should apply the MSM routine when stopping and the prepare, observe, move routine when moving off. You will have multiple attempts hopefully on a road, just starting, stopping, starting and stopping. You don't need to drive for miles to do this. You can just drive 15-20 yards up the road and stop, move off again and then stop and keep repeating the process until you're really good at it. If we start with the routine that you're going to need for moving the car off, that is the POM routine, or the, like I said a moment ago, prepare, observe and move routine. The steps are very simple. You prepare the car, you look around the car, and then you move the car. Pretty simple. So if I was to dry run this, I would start the engine up, I would put my foot on the brake and I would select D for drive. I would then release the handbrake. That is the car prepared. I would then observe around the car by checking relevant mirrors. And now in this case, what I believe relevant would be my left mirror, my center mirror, my right mirror. Now, hopefully you would have learnt on your first lesson that we've got blind spots around the car, and the blind spot that I'd be very interested in would be the one over my right shoulder. The reason is that's where most danger is. So over the right shoulder is where the most danger is, and the mirrors can't see the blind spot. So if I don't check over my right shoulder, and let's say there's a cycle path or a footpath on my right, I'm not going to possibly see what could be coming out of that cycle track or that footpath with just my mirrors. So my check would look over my right shoulder. So by the B pillar, this is the B pillar, if you didn't know. Okay, once we've done our observations and we're happy that it's clear and safe, we can then think about a signal. Now, a signal on the standard car in the UK, a right signal is push up with the indicator. Okay, now that will inform people that you're ready to go and you're moving. You only really want to do this when you can actually go. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to be sat at the side of the road with a right signal on, because you can probably guess that someone's going to suddenly stop behind you and you're going to then panic and not know what to do. So wait until you can see a safe gap and then pop the signal on if you feel like you need to, or if someone's going to benefit from that signal. So someone coming towards you might benefit, and someone in the very far distance or on the sides like the pavement might benefit, so pedestrians, cyclists and things like that. If when you look around you see absolutely nobody, don't worry about it, you don't need to indicate. So when you move off, you're only going to need to steer slightly to the right. Think of the steering wheel as a clock. You're going to need to steer approximately 5 minutes to the right. Once you're out into your normal driving position, which is about a meter from the curb, I would advise you to straighten your steering wheel up so you're running parallel, hopefully with the road, and staying in the center of your lane. Once you've got going, good practice would be to check your mirrors to see if anything's happened behind you, and then try and build your speed up to whatever the speed limit might be, if it's safe to do so. But like I said, when you first start practicing, you're going to find that you're probably going to be going very slowly and not traveling very far. For pulling in, for parking, we need to use mirror signal maneuver routine, okay? But before this, we need to find somewhere which is safe, somewhere legal, and somewhere convenient. So we cannot park on WL lines. We cannot park on zigzag markings. We shouldn't park on bends or near junctions, 10 meters from junctions. You wouldn't want to park on the brow of a hill. You wouldn't want to park across someone's driveway or anywhere which is going to cause inconvenience for somebody else. So always look ahead to try and see if you can find a safe place before you do your mirror signal maneuver routine. It's no good doing your mirror signal maneuver routine and then realizing that there's nowhere to park. That just ends in disaster usually. So let's hypothetically say we're driving along the road now. I'm looking far into the distance and I can see that there's a nice clear space for me to park. I would check my center mirror to see what's happening behind me. I'll check my left mirror to see if it's clear and there's no one undertaking me, like an electric scooter or electric bike or something along those lines. If I then feel like someone's going to benefit from the signal, I'm going to signal, and in this car, signal is down. And then my next step would be to maneuver the car. That will be to slow the car down. So we're going to come off the gas pedal. We'll lightly cover the brake. This will start to bring the speed down. And then we're going to think of the clock on the steering wheel again, and we're going to steer the steering wheel towards the curb, so to the left, approximately 5 minutes. Small increment to the left. Once we see the curb coming into view, now normally in most cars, the edge of the curb is just off the center of the windscreen, so just to the right of the center of the windscreen. That is a good time to steer 10 minutes to the right, and then once you're parallel with the curb, you straighten the steering wheel back up so it looks nice and straight. All the while you're braking and coming to hopefully a nice smooth stop. Once we've stopped, secure the car with the handbrake, so pull the handbrake up and take the car into park, and then cancel any signal that may still be ticking away. Once you've done that, hopefully you can practice that time and time again with your instructor until you get really, really good at that, and then that is moving off and stopping. So now we're going to actually do the moving off and stopping. So I'm going to walk myself through so you can see how to do this. So turn my engine on, put on the brake, select D for drive. Once I've selected D for drive, handbrake comes off. That is prepare. I'm now going to observe around the car, so I'm checking my left mirror, my middle mirror, my right mirror, my shoulder. There's a bus behind me. I'm going to indicate and I'm going to release my foot off the brake. I steer to the right and I gently apply some gas as I straighten the wheel back up. I increase the amount of pressure on the gas pedal and I can see my safe place in the distance. So I'm going to about 7 to 8 car lengths before the place I want to stop in. Check my middle mirror, check my left mirror. The bus is following me. Signal left. Come off the gas pedal, steer towards the curb, gently brake in, and coming to a nice smooth stop. Very, very soft on the brake. Keeping my foot still, applying a handbrake, taking the car into park, cancelling the signal, and then releasing my foot off the brake. That is how you move the car off, and that is how you stop the car. If you liked that video, please do like, subscribe, and drop a comment. We'll see you again on the next video. Thanks for watching.